Hey guys, this is Prince, and welcome to another episode of Scripted. This episode we're going to be talking about Temptation, directed by Tyler Perry. Now for most audiences, Tyler Perry movies seem to be somewhat hit and miss, or just completely missed for a lot of people actually. He knows who his audience is though, and he sticks to it, which is why I admire his film work so much. Now without giving away too much of the plot, I'll say that Temptation is about a young woman who works at a dating service. And she's married to her husband, who's a pharmacist, very, you could say almost average kind of guy. And she's become somewhat bored with her life. She feels like she hasn't really fulfilled her full potential. And she has aspirations to actually be a marriage counselor, but she's kind of stuck in the rut of being just like a dating kind of coach or whatever. Or actually dating coach assistant. So she meets a client one day who is this big time business guy, and he charms her, and he's very like outgoing and exciting, and she ends up somewhat having a large attraction to him, and that's where it starts to spiral her lap out of control. With a supporting cast consisting of Kim Kardashian, Vanessa L. Williams, and Brandy Norwood. First thing I gotta say is that the acting in the movie, Tyler Perry's movies tend to be well acted, don't get me wrong, but they also seem to be very, I wouldn't say amateurish, but almost like the script wasn't really completely solid, and like they improv like a whole lot throughout the course of the actual filming. And this isn't necessarily a bad thing, because the movie is still good. It still has a great plot, and it still moves along very well. Having said that, however, the acting in the movie was very solid what it needed to be, right at the right time. So there's no qualms with that. But you also have to keep in mind this movie was adapted from a play called Temptation, Confessions of a Marriage Counselor, which was also written and directed by Tyler Perry. Now, it's not going to win any awards for originality. I mean, we've already seen this type of plot scenario in movies like Fatal Attraction, Unfaithful, and pretty much anything Adrian Lynn's directed. However, the plot moves at a very great pace, and you're always going to be engaged in what's going on in the story. The story is actually really good. It doesn't have to be original. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, I'm not a religious man myself. However, being from the South, I can kind of relate to a lot of the religious themes that are thrown in out throughout the movie. And honestly, like, even as a non-religious guy, they don't bother me because I understand Tyler Perry's audience. I get it. I get what he's going for. I think that's the main problem people have with his movies, because he seems to put out like a very Christian theme, but he doesn't really put out, he's not preachy about it. As a matter of fact, most of the times the characters that are really preachy in his movies are the ones that are actually like really kind of like loopy, which kind of reflects real life. Like I said before, not every movie Tyler Perry makes is a hit, but I fully support the guy. I love his work in general, and I honestly like the message he puts out. And that's coming from a non-Christian, non-religious guy. I think he sends out a very positive message to the world. And he always seems to give like those actors who aren't really well known, like their kind of moment in the spotlight, so you get to know these people more, or know their work more. So keep doing what you're doing, Tyler. You're on point, man. You're on point. It's overall a good film. I'd have to give Tyler Perry's Temptation Well, guys, that's it for this week's episode of Scripted. As always, like and subscribe to my channel below if you like what you saw and heard, and I'll see you guys next time.